Well, hello. My name is Dr. Duncan Pelling, and I am going to be your instructor for the next month or so for the Core 201 Introduction to Business and Entrepreneurship. So, this is a totally online course. I do have an office on Fisk campus in Park Johnson 119, but I'm not really going to be there, so that's not the best way to meet with me. If you do have any questions, do feel free to email me at dpelly@fisk.edu. Now, I do have office hours Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 2 to 4. But quite frankly, I know many of you are working. So just shoot me an email if you have any questions, and be happy to answer any questions that you have. So, this is a very basic introductory course in business and entrepreneurship. And there's actually no empirical evidence to suggest causation or correlation that entrepreneurship education increases your success of a business enterprise. And sadly, most businesses will fail before the fifth year, about 80% will. And when they fail, they usually fail very hard. I don't mean failing like you're fired and you close up and you move on to the next thing, but usually these new businesses have given a home mortgage or something like that. So when they do fail, they tend to lose their house, car, and whatever else they have use as collateral for the loan. Not trying to discourage you from entrepreneurship, but I do want you to be familiar with what the risks are. What I will hopefully do for you is show you ways to stimulate your creativity, maybe create some new opportunities. And while I can't guarantee success, I can hopefully help you avoid failure. That's the best I can promise you. And quite frankly, that's the best that any ethical educator or consultant can promise to a new entrepreneur, is that we can help you hopefully avoid failure, because there is no guaranteed path to success. If you find it, let me know. I'd love to know all about it, but I haven't seen it in the more than decade or so that I've been practicing and researching entrepreneurship. So there's kind of two methodologies in this course to enhance your learning. You're going to get to learn some stuff about how to, and then you're going to learn some stuff that are more meta or theoretical. So you'll learn some definitions, you'll learn some concepts, just kind of the basic stuff about business and about entrepreneurship. And then we'll look at more of the theories that interweave entrepreneurship and business more general. So you'll learn some basic definitions, as I mentioned. You'll learn a little bit about opportunity creation. You'll learn about effectuation-based theories, because they're really, really important. And then you'll learn the basics of certain tools and techniques, most notably the business model canvas and the business pitch. So let's look at the schedule. So this week is the week of May 28th. We're going to do the intro to the course. You've got the syllabus video. And on this video, what I want you to do is, on the YouTube comments, you will introduce yourself to the rest of the class. You'll say what your name is, where you're from, and what your major is. Now, the syllabus video link will be here, but it says XXS because I'm actually recording the video right now, so I can't put it in the syllabus until I finish this recording. Then we'll look at the introduction to entrepreneurship. And remember, and I'll reemphasize this throughout this particular video, in order to get participation points for this particular class, what you need to do is go under the YouTube comment section of every YouTube video in this class, not once per playlist, but once per video, and say one thing that you learned and then sign your name to it. And I'll show you some examples in a little bit. But at the bottom of the syllabus video, as I mentioned, you'll say your name, where you're from, what your major is, what you'd like to get out of this class. And for the introduction to entrepreneurship, you'll watch the playlist that I have referenced here. Let's see if that will highlight there, that I've got referenced here. And you will make one comment on each video in the playlist. You'll also have an article to read called the Plus Zone Challenge. It's more or less my theory of entrepreneurship education, and I think it'll give you a good roadmap to how to be successful. I also did a playlist on this particular video. So once again, you'll watch the playlist, and then you'll comment with one thing that you learned in each video. You then have a quiz to take on the Plus Zone Challenge article, and you'll upload it under the Canvas link by June the 3rd. All of those deadlines are already plugged into Canvas, so you should be good. Then you'll proceed into discussions on the basics of strategy as the pursuit of competitive advantage. So you'll look at strategy as design versus strategy as a process. Once again, you'll have the playlist to watch to give you some basic definitions and an overview of the discussions. You have the classic article by Michael Porter, What is Strategy? It's an article that I think business students at undergrad and MBA level have pretty much read no matter where you go across the planet. This is something everybody has. Then you'll take the quiz, What is Strategy? And you'll upload under the Canvas link once again by June the 3rd. And I forgot to mention, you also have the YouTube playlist on the What is Strategy article. Once again, one comment on each video on the playlist. The following week, June the 4th, you have the classic article on causation versus effectuation, kind of helping you understand, hey, am I more of an improviser in entrepreneurship or am I more of a planner? And it looks at the dichotomy between those two. It's the same overview as strategy as design versus strategy as a process, but this is more tailored towards entrepreneurship and new business. Once again, I've got a playlist on the article to help you along. Make one comment on each video with something you learned. Take the quiz on effectuation, upload it by June the 10th. You're probably starting to see a pattern here. You've got some concepts to review. You've got some articles to read. You've got a quiz on every single article. Then you'll look at freelance employment. This is a great article by Guillaume Dumont, and it looks at rock climbers as social media entrepreneurs. I think you'll find this to be a very interesting article. Even though it was written in 2016, I think it is still very relevant today. Once again, you'll watch the playlist on the Guillaume Dumont article, make one comment on each video on the playlist, and then you'll take a quiz on the article uploaded by June the 10th. So the week of June the 10th, you've got Creating Shared Value, another classic by Michael Porter. And this looks at a contrast with social responsibility. Creating shared value is a way that you can invest in your community to do it's kind of how to make money by doing the right. You've got the playlist to go along with it. And then you have a quiz on creating shared value, and you can upload it to the drop link by June the 17th. You've got an article, or actually kind of a book to read. And it's only the first 75 pages of this book. And I've got that book uploaded on the Canvas page. Now, 75 pages sounds overwhelming, but it's really not. It's got huge text. I mean, the first part of it's like CANVAS, and they needed like 2 pages to do that. I'm an unusually slow reader, and I finished in an afternoon. It's not a very, very hard read. You've also got a YouTube Shorts playlist to go along with it. It is kind of a longer playlist, but they are shorts, so they're all less than a minute. And I go through each block of the business model canvas. Once again, you'll make one comment on something you learned in each of the videos. Then you'll learn the basics of business pitching, and then in the same week. You have one comment on the business pitching playlist. Once again, make a comment on one comment per video on something you learned. And you have an article that I wrote with one of my former students, Melinda Roberson. This is a wild and crazy article. I hope you enjoy it. And you have a quiz to take on this article due by the 17th. Your final exam is due by June 27th. There are no textbooks required for this course. The only thing you need is access to YouTube, so you can watch the Dr. D University channel and the videos that I've posted for you. And the one book that you need is actually already posted to Canvas, so you don't. Again, this is an online class, so if you need to eat in class, I don't really have a way of knowing that you're eating or not, so that's fine. If you want to use your laptop or cell phone, that's on you. It's online asynchronous, so do what makes you comfortable. It's your responsibility to know the adding and dropping requirements at FISC. You do need to actually devote time to this class every day if you want to get ahead. Do spend a couple of hours each day, otherwise you'll get behind and this class will eat you alive. Some are 2 sessions, go really, really quickly. So if you fall behind, it's very, very hard to catch up. If you turn stuff in on time, otherwise it's 10% late for each day. So this class is a total of 52 points. You have a take-home midterm. You have your 6 article quizzes, each worth 2 points. The instructions are available with each quiz on the quiz document. You have a final exam. And then you have the YouTube videos to watch. So each comment you make, you get a 1/10 of a point for each video comment, and there's a total of 20 points or assigned that. So it's 200 videos, but it does go pretty fast, especially when you consider 70 some videos are part of a bunch of YouTube shorts. There's not a whole lot of writing in this class, but do make sure that your writing is expressed clearly enough that I know what you're talking about. Many of you are taking Comp 1 and 2, so I'm not too worried about that. Here's a summary of your assignments. So you've got your 6 article quizzes, each worth 2 points. That's 23% of your grade. Your participation is 20 points. That's 38% of your grade. Your midterm is 10 points or 19% of your grade, and your final is also worth 19% of your grade for a total of 50 points. This is your percentages, which breaks down your grade percentage. If you need an accommodation, let me know what it is I need to do to help you, and just consider it done. There is nothing in this class that is so hard that you need to cheat. If you're really struggling, just contact me and we'll make a virtual office hour and we'll get you up to speed. I do have students that cheat every single semester, in particular using AI. AI is not very good with many of the academic articles I get, so I get some really strange things. While I have to admit it's very hard to prove that you are using AI, the answers are just categorically wrong. And so therefore I just mark you wrong for whatever you've written on there, because AI just doesn't have any way of understanding the articles or what I'm teaching in the class. So, and it happens every semester. And the rest of this you can actually read on your own, but let's go ahead and take a minute and look at the Canvas page. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the share here. Now the Canvas page has come back to Zoom and try that again. Let's see here. Having just a little oh, there it is. Okay. The Canvas page has the exact same information that you see in the syllabus. It's just presented, visually in a Canvas way. So your syllabus will be uploaded here at the top, Introduction to the Course. This syllabus video will be uploaded under this link. Your midterm and your final are located here with their respective due dates. There are many of the questions on the quizzes that were related to analyzing articles on Google Scholar. Here is a video that I did that tells you how to analyze videos using Google Scholar. And yes, if you comment on the video at the bottom, you get a point for that. Let's see here. And I think that's about all for the intro here. Here are all the articles and quizzes for the course. So Hindle plus Zone Challenge article, Hindle plus Zone Challenge quiz. What is strategy article? What is strategy quiz? Causation effectuation article, causation effectuation quiz. Rock climbing article, rock climbing quiz. Creating shared value quiz, creating shared value article. Sadism, heterotopia, and entrepreneurship quiz. Sadism, heterotopia are they're all right there. Now down here, and I'm actually going to put this closer to the top so it'll be easier to find, because you do need to be able to use the ABDC journal list to evaluate the quality of articles. We're just going to stick that right here. So right underneath, how to analyze articles using Google Scholar, you've got the list that I refer to right there. So when you were asked, is this an A, B, or C journal, you know how to look it up. Once again, here's your PowerPoints. If you want to take notes on the PowerPoints, here's the YouTube videos, and it just goes straight down by module or by topic, however you want to look at it. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to click on one of the YouTube playlists, and we're going to look at this. So I don't believe it will let me do a screen share as I'm toggling, so I'm going to stop this share and I'm going to start a new. Okay, stand fast with it. So I clicked in Canvas. Here's the actual playlist for the intro. So we're going to say play all. And again, once I think if I click it, it'll cut me off. So I'm going to stop this share and go next. You just click like that. Okay, that's an ad. That's an about that. And here we are again. Just turn it down. We don't need that. That's an ad, but you'll have the video here. You've got the playlist. It's designed to play automatically, but you'll notice you need to make a comment on each video. So look at this. We've got some people that followed directions, and we've got some people that didn't follow directions. Let's have a look here. So there's this guy that has a username, Jamon Seiler, and he said, very interested in gaining more knowledge about entrepreneurship, and his name is Jamon Seiler. Therefore, I can give him credit for that. Let's look at this one. Here's somebody that says user-WL7 whatever, and it says, I'm very excited to learn about entrepreneurship from Ryan. I don't have any way of knowing who Ryan is, so I can't give Ryan credit for his participation. So what he needs to do is sign his name just like Xavier did here. So Xavier has a name Zay Zodek. I wouldn't really have any way of knowing who that is, but he signed it, and so I can therefore give him credit. And doing that's very important because the way YouTube algorithm allows me to count the comments, I can only search by the content of the comment. I cannot search by username. Okay. So, for example, look at this person up here, Miracle Garrett. That was one of my students. I know that Miracle Garrett made that comment because I had a student named Miracle Garrett, and I can see in that username it says Miracle Garrett. But since she didn't sign her name in the comment here, I'm not able to give her credit. Let's see if there's any more. Here's another one, Justin Joseph, who that's obviously his name, but he didn't sign it, so I'm not able to give him credit. Here's another one, Nuruddin Umar. I'm not really sure who that is, but I can't give them credit because they didn't sign their name. So please, you must sign your name. That's very, very important. Okay. And I think that hits the high points of our discussion. If you have any questions, do feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help you, but I think you'll find the course enjoyable. And yeah, reach out if you have any questions. All right, thanks for taking this class, and I'm looking forward to working with you.